Hi everybody, it's the Jeff and Jerry Show, and my co-host today...
our co-host.
My co-host today...
Jerry Lucia, Mayor of Mount Pleasant.
And my other co-host today...
I'm Rick Fike. I'm the producer of local programming for the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.
So welcome to the show, and enjoy the discussion we're going to have today. So guys, we haven't done a show lately, just updating information, having Rick ask questions to us, and talking a little bit about the borough, everything going on, and some of the new decisions that were made recently about special events. So today's the day we should probably cover a lot of that.
Oh, I believe so.
So you want to start off with the Fireman's Fair?
The Fireman's Fair is scheduled for a 3-day event, and that's going to be on the 24th, 25th, 26th.
Right.
I'd have to look at the
No,
calendar. It's the last full week, always
of June.
But it's the, like I say, the full week. So it makes it like it's not the full week when you say the 20. If it's, let's say, the 23rd, 24th, 25th, it's in that week.
But it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yes.
Not Sunday. So I think it is the 24th, 25th, 26th. I
Right.
think it is. So, so you're going down to a 3-day.
We're going
right.
down to a 3-day event.
Is there going to be any things people can expect differently at the Fireman's Fair this year?
Well, yeah, there will not be amusement rides. So we'll have some smaller rides or smaller games and so forth for the kids. We're really looking at making it a good food night. The firemen will have their hamburgers, hot dogs, sauerkraut, and
Fries.
fries. Yeah, it always goes with it. Pizza stand will be open, and then we have some outside vendors. The ice cream man, that's a big hit every year. He has a line all the time with his at his stand. He's contacted you and me. He's coming. We have the candy lady, chocolate-covered candy.
Well, at least funnel cake, I think, and cotton candy this year. I'm not sure the chocolate covered. I think she mentioned the cotton candy and the funnel cake.
Cotton candy and the funnel cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is a tradition for fairs.
Yeah, it is. And
now, when you say lots of food, you're talking about
outside vendors.
Yeah, but not
Farmers.
necessarily food trucks. That was not going. But you guys have some.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Armors. They've been with us for years.
Yeah.
Their spots will be up on the fair.
Now, you're going to adjust a little bit of the way the fairgrounds look. They'll be more centered by the club at the top. We call it the top of the hill.
Mullen Avenue to Smithfield Street.
Yeah, which will be a nice little atmosphere too, instead of it being spread out down over the hill.
Yeah.
'Cause it was kind of like two separate once in a while.
It was for the longest time.
Well, 50 years I think or more.
Yeah.
It was separate, but.
But with the bigger rides were always down below.
Yeah.
And then the Kiddie Land was up above.
Was above. Now that happened one other time. Was it because of it where it got rained out?
No, I'll tell you what happened when that was done. We didn't have a carnival one year, and I'm going back probably 40 years ago.
Well, I was there, so I don't know. It was 40.
Jeff, you are.
yeah.
What happened was we didn't have, Ken Penn was our bigger carnival.
Yeah.
They moved south, so we had no carnival, and there was a fella in Greensburg that had just a few rides, and he brought him in and set up above.
No, I remember that, but there was a time that you got rain on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, or Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday.
Oh, and we did a 3-day event.
You did a little 3-day event then.
Trouble there was we did it in August, competing with the
County
same
fair.
time with the county fair,
Right.
and that it didn't help us with the county fair going on.
So if I come there, I expect to do food and gambling and
Food, gambling, and crafts. We're really going to do a lot more with crafts.
Okay.
Are you looking for vendors or anything like that, Jerry, or no?
Yeah, we are going to look for vendors. So
Okay.
if anyone out there is interested in crafts or food or any type of games they have, give us a call.
Okay.
Now, what's nice about that is you're only in the evening.
Yes.
You know, some crafters, most of the big craft events are all day.
Yeah.
You know, like the Glass Festival.
Yeah.
You open 11, you're there till 10 at night. But for this event, if you're a crafter and you work and you do the crafts on the side, that's the perfect event to
There
go
it is.
to then.
Yeah.
That's a 6 o'clock to
10.
10.
So they call the fire department? Would that be the best thing to
They
do?
could call the fire department at 547-724-547-8501, or they could, I'll give them my number at 724-640-49.
I'm calling now.
Yeah.
Here we are.
How quick is that, huh? That's-
Man, people are watching the Jeff and Jerry. Wow.
Well, that is quick turnaround.
I'll tell you, I get the calls right away. But my number would be 547-640-4987. He knew it.
So what do you think, Rick, about that idea?
I
I
think
mean, you
that's-
have kids. I guess
Yeah.
I guess that'd be something that you could still do.
Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah,
Rick likes to come out and eat.
I do. I do like to come out and eat. I can take or leave the ride. So
Yeah. Well, and your kids are getting a little bit older.
Yeah. So, but they do. They just enjoy. They'll enjoy just getting out, and they do like the games.
Yeah.
So you said there is going to be some games.
Oh, yeah, there'll be
They do
games.
like the games. You know. Yeah. You've seen them. You know, playing the games. That's. I think they enjoy that more than the
I'll
rides.
tell
To
you
be
what.
honest with you.
Our gambling stands, like the Chocolate and the Pill game and so forth, they have more kids than grown-ups.
You know, I remember one day someone was talking about the older people who gambled a lot up there.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, you know, so-and-so passed away, and he used to play the pill game, and
Yeah.
so-and-so. And then they said, well, war's just going to take us, you know. But there's another whole generation. It must be built into Mount Pleasant, isn't it? That they love those pill games. I mean, and chuck games. I mean, and cake. The cake wheels popular.
Yeah.
They love to gamble here in town.
I think.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Jerry. I think it's just going to be a great thing to have an event, and there's going to be an event happening, and you know, with a lot of things being lifted Memorial Day weekend, it's exciting news for a lot of great events. I think it takes a lot of pressure off of these people. They're thinking, I don't know if we're going to have our event or not, knowing what we know that the state's going to permit those things to happen.
And you saw the trend earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously this is only the beginning of May, and he's already made the decision because you can see the trend happening.
Yeah.
And even the July 3rd event. Is that all you want to cover on the Fireman's Fair?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the parade. We will have a parade on a Thursday
On the
night.
Thursday.
And I 100% agree with that. And that's a nice way to kick the event off a little bit too.
Yeah, I've had other fire departments call us to make sure we were having
Yeah.
a parade. I had the Martinets call from down in Bell Vernon area. They want to come.
Well, they're looking for events. I mean, you know, that's their big thing is to show off their
Yeah,
their
because
groups, and
this-
so that's how they recruit. You
This
know?
might be, you know, one of the bigger parades that we've had in a
Yeah,
while.
it could be
You know,
because a
with-
lot of parades will be not having.
You might want to, and I'm not telling you what to do. You might want to adjust because of what he just said. I know you always had the parade start at 7, okay? But if it's going to be a bigger parade than usual, you might want to think about a 6
Yeah,
to get, because, you know, having people stand on the streets, it doesn't help the stands.
Yeah.
You know, and, but you can discuss that, but I'm sure you'll make that announcement.
So outside of our show here, how can people keep up with what's going on. And I'm sure we can talk about this later as well. But like, say, so you make a decision on the parade. How can people find out? Is there a Facebook page? Or?
We have a Facebook page, Mount Pleasant Volunteer Fire Department.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
And the borough has their Facebook page.
Okay. So so that's how people can
Yeah.
get the latest up to date.
And there's a
information.
website on the borough.
Yeah, or
So
call
the borough
Jerry.
website.
Call
Yeah,
Jerry.
call Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, also, as a follow-up to that, council did vote to have the July 3rd event.
Wonderful.
And we are going to announce today that for the first time in a long time, we have a different band. Okay? This band is a band that's from Mount Pleasant. And it's becoming a popular band more every year.
Got me on the edge of my seat here.
The Andy Davis Band's coming.
Really?
this
Okay, for
year.
July 3rd.
For
That's
July
wonderful.
3rd.
That's great
And,
news.
his show is going to be a bigger, grander show than how Switch did
Sure.
it, you know. So that's kind of not that we didn't think Switch was good, but Switch is deciding on their schedule because a lot of their events have canceled.
Yes.
But being Andy's from the town, well, Rocco was from town too. We decided to go with Andy this year, a little different. We were talking to him a little bit about a variety of music, not just necessarily only country, and so he does other stuff. And so obviously we're looking forward to that. I believe July 3rd falls on a Saturday.
Very
So we'll
nice.
probably start the event maybe a little bit earlier than normal so that people can go up there and get supper. Because we also have food
Yes.
up there. So it may be a 4:30 start, 4 o'clock
Okay,
start rather than
okay.
a 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
People can come up there, relax, get their place to sit, eat something a little bit, especially if the weather's nice on a Saturday,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then shoot the fireworks maybe a little bit earlier than we usually do. Maybe instead of 10, we'll shoot them at 9. I don't know. We'll talk about that too. But
Yeah.
we can. I think we'll adjust the schedule a little bit because it's a Saturday.
Yeah. That's exciting news.
And we have food vendors coming. We also have some other vendors, maybe a couple crafters and games up there
Very
too.
nice.
And so the
Very
one-day event has turned into be a big event for us.
So you got back-to-back weekends. Last weekend in June, Fireman's Fair, and then the following weekend you got the July 3rd
Yeah.
event.
Well, or there might be a weekend between because you're.
Is there?
Well, no, there
No,
wouldn't be
no,
because your weekend's going to end.
July 3rd is going to be a Saturday.
Yeah.
That's the following Saturday.
That's the following Saturday. So it is back-to-back weekends in Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
2 big events.
It's exciting. Yeah.
Now,
You'll be up here a lot.
I will be. I will be.
to make things more comfortable with people that are scared of crowds, I was thinking of the 2 parking lots across the street. They would be for seating capacity too.
Sure, we could spread it out a little
We
bit up
can
on
spread
July
it
3rd.
out because-
And we'll have signage. You
Yeah.
know, we're going to, but interestingly, I think you said, and maybe I have to correct me, March or May 28th, there's going to be more adjustments made.
So yeah, it's supposed to be Memorial Day proper is when, this is kind of just recent,
It
all
opens up.
mitigation is lifted with the exception of the mask mandate.
So even the distancing?
I believe so. I believe, yes. That-
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that you know, because
Don't quote me on that.
Well, I understand, but I think the distancing has changed. Maybe it's not 6
Yeah.
feet anymore. Who knows what it is?
Yeah, because that's gone back and forth.
It's
a
gone
bit.
back and forth. But I think the problem I felt was a little bit tough is how do you tell people don't come? I mean,
Right.
we get big crowds on July 3rd.
You do.
You've been up there.
Yeah.
We get big crowds at the Fireman's Fair, especially for the parade. I mean, we expect people to monitor a lot of that themselves, like they do when they go shopping
Sure.
at stores.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you don't want to get close to somebody, you just back away a little bit.
Yeah.
But normally, I think everybody sort of just does
Yeah.
almost what they used to do.
Yeah, I mean, even indoor and outdoor events, those limitations are lifted.
Okay.
So,
Well, that's good. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, restaurants, that's good news for that industry
Yeah.
also.
I think there's enough education out there now, enough
Yes.
that we've discussed throughout the year, last 10 months,
Yeah.
is it is getting better, and I think people are used to wearing their mask in certain places,
Sure.
certain
Yeah.
events.
Yeah.
It really doesn't, I don't know how you feel. It doesn't really bother me anymore. I mean, I'm kind of used to it, you know. I do sometimes I forget it, but I have to run back and get when I'm asked, you know.
I think too, you had mentioned about, telling people to not come. I think that now knowing what we know, to Jerry's point, there's enough information that folks are, they may miss out if they decide not to come, but they're not like upset. That's actually a choice that they're making as opposed to you telling them that. Right. And I think we're at that point. We're over a year into this. There's a lot of data. There's a lot of information, and I think we're at the place. I feel as a person, I'll speak for myself, that I'm able to choose and pick and choose what I do socially.
You're going to go into a restaurant or not go into a restaurant.
You got it. Yeah, you can get takeout if you're not comfortable with that.
Yeah, and really, there's a lot of choices now.
Yeah.
Society has adapted to this.
Yes.
And some of the adapting they've done may be permanent.
I think there's a lot of good.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
But I do think there's a lot of good. And we talk about sanitation of things, and I think our country gets relaxed and lazy once in a while. So that sanitation thing is it's really better to eat now than what it used to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring
Everything's
to.
sanitized better.
Things are cleaner.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's sometimes traffic's better.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's kind of good. So
Yeah. But the July 3rd will happen.
It's exciting.
And we'll shoot the fireworks after the music.
Very exciting.
I look for big crowds for the Fireman's Fair. I look for big crowds for July 3rd. Just because I think people, if the weather's nice, they want to do something.
Yeah.
And,
I'm itching. I'm waiting for the weather to break.
Yeah.
I'm just itching to do stuff.
And he'll be bringing what's new this year. It won't be him and the two girls. It's going to be him and the three girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. There's four.
Yeah, and I'll tell you.
actually.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
no,
That's
it's all
right.
While he's sitting here, I will say that I want another challenge.
I know you talk about it every week.
So
you
we're
are
setting a fall challenge.
This is a grudge match.
Listen,
we're going to have
It's
to call
a
this
grudge match.
Wrestle. We're going to have a name like they did at the wrestling.
Well, you know how like in boxing you have to kind of work your way back up through the ranks to face the champion. I think you might have some exhibition fights you have to, get through first before you can get to the champs.
Yeah,
But,
he doesn't give it up easy.
Let me tell you, I was just and this is funny. I was just at Walmart yesterday, and one of the guys that works there knows me, and he said, "Oh, congratulations! She seems real nice." I'm thinking, "Oh, I asked him. I said, you used to watch the Jeff and Jerry show?" Huh? And he said, "Yeah, that was fun. That was good." So I'm telling you, people saw that. So.
But Jerry, they're gonna. Here's the one thing that you did have a little advantage on. They're relatively new, knowing each other. Now you knew Diane for how many years you were married?
Yeah, but I heard that the master of ceremony of that show gave them the question. Wow. He gave them the question, so they knew the answers before the question.
Now, Jerry, now you know that.
I mean, I hate to say it, that we had a dishonest.
We're gonna have to have an audit of this.
The host was a little under the table.
I think if we go back and look at the videotape, there might be from this side of the room there might have been some questionable eyes looking at things.
Well, here's what we're going to do. The week before the rematch, we'll call it, we will show that, and we're going to be watching it as the public's watching it.
Yeah.
So you could point that out.
Yeah.
And if you see the host doing something wrong, you point it out. This is our chance.
That's right.
We're
Okay.
going to check into this.
We're going to go right into the show then the next week.
I want a full investigation. Call George Gripper.
So we'll go stay on special events real quick. So I think, Jerry, as you're the co-host or co-director of the festival, we're going to make a final decision, even though
Well, we have a meeting scheduled.
we're
next
planning
week.
it. But what's your gut feeling?
Well, you've been taking surveys and finding if vendors are coming.
Oh, there's a lot of vendors want to come.
Yeah, so
The one thing that would help this year, there's vendors that have applied for the Glass Festival for 10 years, and there's no opening.
yeah,
Some of the vendors aren't coming back
Right.
because of
Sure.
because of this year. Now, they'll come back after this year, but it'll give the people a chance to at least be there 1 year. You
Well,
know?
I think what you have on vendors that go from town to town to town throughout the summer, a lot of the other towns are not having anything, so
No.
they're not going to overstock their supplies, and they're not going to play one spot in the next 3 weeks have no spots. So that's going to be a difference.
Right. But I think we'll have the Glass Festival. I mean, I really do. I'm 100% into it, so.
Yeah.
The borough has some projects. We did a paving project that turned out real well.
Yep.
We're doing a project for the fire department. How's that coming?
Well, they poured cement today.
Well, it's been lousy weather. It's been a little bit lousy weather.
I cannot complain, the borough cannot complain, because they didn't pour Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, but they would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
Because it rained all 3 of those days. Look, the sun's out today,
Yeah.
and tomorrow it's supposed to rain again.
Yeah.
So, but that project's coming along, it'll be 50% completed this week, okay? It's an inconvenience, not much, but we have to leave some of our trucks outside the station. And, but that's, we're going through that, we're living through that.
Okay, and the waterway project down by American
looking real good.
Architectural
Real good.
is about half done, and already you can see a big impact because we removed all that brush and all those trees that just grow on their own and everything. So it's cleaned up real well, and now this is the fun part, because now we're going to be planting flowers and planting some different kind of foliage and putting in trees and putting in new light poles, and we're going to be east side of the bank. We're going to have flowers, and so I met this morning before the show, a company that's going to install lighting. So at nighttime, if you go down there and sit and relax and listen to the water, which is the idea of this, you can probably hear or see those flowers lit up, because we're going to light the flowers up and try to have that all bright.
Well.
And then, I didn't say anything about this, but I want to work on some background music. That
Nice.
people can sit and listen to music while they're down there. Now, that's a little bit harder, and it might have to take a couple of phases to get it finally where it would be really good with the music. But at least we'll have the flowers and the lights down there and the places to sit. And we might even take that building and turn it into a concession stand and allow nonprofits to sell maybe
great-
ice cream or
great
hot
idea.
dogs where people are down there off the bike trail, or just you can drive by and pull in.
Where's that building at?
This is right in front of the American Architectural.
Yeah, I'm just
Cell.
trying to picture where that building is there. Yeah.
It's right along Route 31, right
Okay.
on Main Street.
Right
Yeah.
at the railroad track.
Yeah, I know where American Architectural Salvage is. I'm just trying to picture that building.
Come toward the highway.
Okay.
It's right along the highway.
Neat. Very cool.
Let me tell you a story.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get upset every year the weeds would grow up out of there. So one year I had the street department go in and cut both banks where that waterway was and clean it.
Nice.
And then who called to
It was
complain?
the
Water
Conservation District.
Conservation District. They called and I did the wrong thing. You can't cut the grass in that near a waterway.
A waterway.
But what this was done now is professionally done. It's
Yeah.
And they're
really
planning. The Conservation District's planning. How the plants, what kind of plants go in there.
Right.
Yeah, I think partly that what it was they were surprised someone did it without telling them.
Sure.
We didn't really tell them. So,
I
but
didn't even think that,
well, no, who would have thought that? Hey, we want to clean it up and take care of all that
that would be a
ugly
problem.
brush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they got a little bit
Being that it was right on Main Street, that's why
Yeah.
our concern was to keep it cut and
Yeah.
clean, you
Neat,
know.
yeah.
But we actually put, interestingly, we put stone, big boulders, in the, is it a creek?
The creek, well,
In
it's
the creek.
a run,
So
shoots
that,
run.
so that the water sort of,
You can kind of direct it a little bit.
yeah, so the water moves around a little bit and splashes a little bit, and, I look for it to be a nice peaceful place to go.
Very nice.
Even though the traffic is right there, but
Love that sound of water, though.
it's nice, sound of water is nice, and looking
Yeah.
at flowers are nice.
Yeah.
And so, so that's as far as the projects go. Rick, you have any questions for us about the borough or about
don't-
anything we've done?
No, I don't think so. I just
How
want to
about
make
the show?
I want to make a comment, and we could talk about that too as we wind down with the show. But yeah, I just want to congratulate you guys on opening up for events. That's a big deal. A lot of places just weren't able to recover from this, so congratulations to you guys for being able to do that and hold the events, and that forward thinking of, hey, we gotta continue on here. So first of all, congrats for that.
Well, I think our point of view was, we just took a break. It wasn't that,
Yeah.
okay, we're going to stop the event.
Yeah.
And have that mentality. It's
Right.
just, we're going to skip this year
Yeah.
and next year, because we already talked last year about doing them this year.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. I know there's always been proactive talks.
yeah, there's always proactive
Yep,
talk about
Yep.
it.
Yep. So that's good. That's the first thing. I just wanted to congratulate you
I want
on
to
that.
mention one other thing. Memorial Day parade the parade and the
Ceremony.
that ceremony will be on.
And that Memorial Day is late this year, 28th, I think.
It's
28th or 29th?
It's the very, very.
It's the very last Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, yeah, and and the other thing I just wanted to just quickly say is, it's nice to hear your projects that are going on in the borough. It's like you're just adding some fine tuning to just really an already beautiful place that Mount Pleasant is.
Thanks.
So it's always nice that you're not like putting fires out. And maybe you are, and we're just not talking
Well,
about
I
this.
do.
Yeah. but,
That's right, call 734.
That's right.
640.
Yeah, but my point is, you're basically taking and finessing and fine tuning something and making it better. And Mount Pleasant. Me and my family, we love Mount Pleasant. It's a great place.
Well, we've adopted you,
I know.
You're already a citizen.
I agree totally. So, and I'm great with that. One last thing I wanted to share, and is monthly we get some reporting on the Jeff and Jerry show, and on all of our shows, really, with the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. And in the last couple of minutes, I just wanted to congratulate you guys. You were, of our episodic programs, you had an episode that was the highest viewed out of everything on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel in the month of April. So, and that was the Rustic Lodge Diving Dogs episode. It was a Sunday night airing at 6 p.m. And we had it had the highest household count of people watching that. Outside of, I'll tell you what beat you out, and it doesn't even really count, is baseball. It's MLB baseball, because we actually, the neighborhood channel, if you haven't noticed, we carry overflow games.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, when there's a conflict and the Pens are still in the playoffs, so when there's a conflict and there's a Penguins and Pirates game at the same time, the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel is the overflow home for the Pirates.
But we led into the baseball game, right?
Well, you were, that day I don't know, but yeah, we'll go with that.
I'll tell you what, it would have made a big, the ratings would have went up if he would have jumped in with it.
Probably.
That's right.
Probably. Or you would have pushed me in.
I wanted-
Either you would have pushed me in or I jumped
wasn't
in.
going up on it.
But that was, we wanted to thank them for having us, and of course, thank you guys for your contributions to the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. They don't go unnoticed, and
Well, we have fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
And the
It's a
whole
highlight of
idea
my
is
week.
this show is fun.
I
Is
enjoy-
we try to do as much as we can, but sometimes some of the things we talk about isn't fun, but we try to make it fun.
Well, we didn't talk about stormwater.
no,
So-
no, that's not fun.
But yeah, so I just want to congratulate you guys. The only other show, it was a re-airing of our Heart to Hope telethon, which is, granted, the re-airing was about a 6-hour program.
Oh, yeah.
So when you look at the fact that the number of households, they had 6 hours to tune in for
Yeah.
that one program block. You guys had 30 minutes, and so really in all of our 30-minute programs, our episodic shows, I call
Well,
it.
that trophy that you presented us before the show today,
Yeah.
we really appreciate
Well,
it.
we had to get the crane in here to drop it.
I really was shocked. I mean,
Yeah.
we were at we were emotional about it.
Yeah,
That,
it was. So, and you know what? We're out of time. I was gonna say we cut to the video footage.
Well, next time.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Well, Rick, thanks for everything you do, though.
Thank
Because
you.
you know, the way we do the show,
Yeah.
it really takes you to keep us in line.
no, it's great. It's my pleasure.
Jerry, any last words? We have a couple of seconds left here.
No, summer's here, summer's coming, so let's all enjoy the summer and be outside and breathing fresh air.
Amen.
Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. And so for Jerry and Rick, this is Jeff saying thanks for watching and listening to the Jeff and Jerry Show, and we'll see you next time.